Somewhere in barren Scotland, enclosed by the mountains, is a lonely and deserted lake encircled by reeds. Loch Ness. All is deserted. Is there no living soul in this forsaken place? Nowhere a house? Ah, yes. Here we can see the age-old inn, the only house in this wild place. This is where the good innkeeper, McAdam, sits thinking on his favorite bench. Hey, McAdam. Ah, here he is. Sits still thinking. He was thinking here years ago. And years ago. And years ago. And some more years. Yes, indeed. What else can he do but think? He thinks of his simple meals that sustain him through life, of his beautiful money box, in which he keeps his savings. Yes, and he's thinking of his fine lodging rooms that remain empty, empty of guests who could enjoy their many comforts. And sometimes his thoughts turn to his beautiful back parlor that now stands deserted and forlorn, but he would like to see filled with a host of happy guests. Yes, guests. Can nothing be done to attract them? It's a big problem. But hold on there. A frightful thing is happening. Horrifying. Unearthly. Hadn't you better tell the world, Mac? Get phoning, Mac. Do you hear me? That's right, man. This is news for the world. A monster in Loch Ness. The whole world must be warned. Radio. Telephone. The news flashes around the world. A monster in Loch Ness. A monster. A frightful beast let loose. Innkeeper threatened. A cut in the meat ration. Cigarettes going up. Something frightful is happening. The news reaches Tom Puss at Castle Bumblebrick. It's terrible. Mr. Bumble has to hear about it once. Where is Mr. Bumble? Ah, there he is. Asleep. Thinking, as usual. Come along, Tom Puss. Hurry up. Hey, wake up there, Mr. Rolly. News for you. A monster. A frightful monster in Loch Ness.
Monster?
But don't worry, Mr. Rolly. Monsters are mythical.
Then let's go.
Well, here they are, stepping into Mr. Bumble's old flash. Onward, cries Mr. Bumble. A gentleman expects that every man does his duty. Well, old Flash has. Tom Puss and Mr. Bumble are not the only ones on the way. From all directions, cars are coming, for all the roads lead to Loch Ness today. Ahead of all sweep Tom Puss and Mr. Bumble. They had a good start. Look, Tom Puss, says Mr. Bumble. That's where the poor lonely man is living, in that old deserted inn. And speedily after Tom Puss and Mr. Bumble arrive all the others, huntsmen, tourists, and curiosity mongers. They hire rooms, and the parlor is crowded to capacity. Yes, from far and near they've come to see this Loch Ness monster. But who will have the courage to meet in mortal combat this fearful creature from the deep? Who, indeed? Why, of course, he. Now the intrepid huntsman takes the opportunity to address a few words to the gathering. Mr. Bumble states in his own inimitable way,
Courage, calm, and foresight will enable us to win our way through. It is a great stroke of good fortune that a gentleman is present among you. You know what I mean. A gentleman's never frightened of a monster. In fact, he can make short work of it. I have the tools, and I'll finish the job. Now, immediately. Follow me.
So all the guests from Mac's Inn follow our gallant gentleman as he leads them forth down to the mysterious loch. Onward they go. All they need now is to find the monster. That's right, the monster. Where is this monster? That's the question. Where does the monster dwell? Where? There! Now Mr. Bumble is left alone with the monster. He decides to make a strategic withdrawal. Yes? Yes? Yes. Hey, steady on there. Do you really need a swim? Oh, dear me. Mr. Bumble is in dire straits. Is there no one left to help him? Yes. One stayed behind. Tom Puss. Tom Puss, be careful. Only one blow? The monster crumbles. And Mr. Bumble comes up just in time to see something very remarkable. The shriveled monster, yes, but what's this? Here's McAdam, too. He's been masquerading to attract customers. What a shock for him to meet Mr. Bumble's fiery eye. Mr. Bumble's ardor has been dampened, and much has to be done to restore his dignity as a gentleman. What a mean, despicable deception, he cries. But before a warm hearth, and melted by Scottish hospitality, he's always willing to forgive and forget. Mr. Bumble makes a toast to better business. And now, here stands McAdam, watching his departing guests. And after all, it was good business. Oops. Together with all the guests, depart Mr. Bumble and Tom Puss, pleased with having solved the dark mystery of Loch Ness. Hey, what is this, Mr. Bumble? Only a souvenir from the loch.